poor on purpose. It is a strange paradox, a contradiction in terms. We usually think of poverty as a state to be avoided, a condition imposed by circumstance, not a deliberate choice. He chose to act poor. He did this with a clear, singular goal. He believed that if his children grew up surrounded by the illusion of scarcity, we would learn to strive. The absence of material comfort would build in us a muscle that ease and privilege would only allow to atrophy. He was conducting an experiment and we were the unknowing subjects. Our home became the stage for this performance. Furniture, relics, sturdy but worn, clothes, second-hand, functional, never fashionable, the latest sneakers, the newest gadgets, the casual ease of privilege, all at a distance. He'd offer a gentle, regretful smile, a simple, powerful lie.
We just can't afford it right now.
This fabricated poverty seeped into our education and opportunities. Private tutors, expensive music lessons, expensive sports lessons, all out of reach. Our enrichment was self-directed. The library became our tutor.
If we wanted to learn, we had to find the resources ourselves.
Our curiosity became the engine of our progress. He wanted us to be architects of our own learning, drawing our own blueprints. One cool evening, him sitting alone, staring into darkness.
Are you sad that we're poor?
He turned, eyes steady, not sorrow but unwavering resolve.
I am not sad. I am careful. I want you to understand the feeling of earning what you have. I want you to know the pride of building something with your own two hands.
His words were not an apology, they were a declaration of principle, a quiet manifesto. I kept that image with me. My father was a meticulous architect of our contrived world. He established a system of rules, routines designed to instill the habits he valued most. Chores were not just tasks, they were non-negotiable contributions to the family's survival. He gave us a small allowance, but required a portion to be saved. He even gave us each a small plain notebook and instructed us to write down our goals. Big goals, small goals. He believed that writing a goal down was the first step toward making it real. His methods were systematic, almost scientific. The evenings were his classroom. After our simple dinner, he would gather us around and read aloud. Not children's stories, biographies of great inventors, tales of explorers who faced impossible odds, stories of people who rose from humble beginnings to achieve greatness. He praised effort more than results. A good grade was nice, but a paper showing long struggle and deep research earned his highest praise.
Keep trying, he would say, a constant, encouraging hum in the background. The work itself is what matters.
Initially my reaction was pure, unadulterated anger. I felt a deep sense of injustice. It felt like a betrayal. I saw other fathers showering their children with gifts, with opportunities, with the simple affection of a new pair of shoes. I desperately wanted to join the soccer club. But the fees were, according to him, an unnecessary luxury. I began to compare him to other fathers, and in my childish judgment, he came up short. I saw his carefulness as a lack of love. But time has a way of weathering sharp emotions, like water smoothing a stone. Slowly, my anger began to recede, replaced by something else. I began to find satisfaction in small, hard-won victories. My bicycle chain broke. I didn't ask for a new one. I spent an afternoon with a borrowed wrench and greasy hands fixing it myself. I learned to create a study schedule that worked for me. I learned to break down large assignments into manageable parts. A quiet dignity attached itself to the act of work. I learned to be proud of my own resilience. It was, well, a surprising shift. A clear turning point arrived, not with a dramatic event, but with a slow, dawning realization. I began to observe my friends more closely, the ones who seemed to have everything. I saw a strange listlessness take hold of some of them, surrounded by toys they no longer played with, enrolled in lessons they had lost interest in. Success for them had been outsourced. Tutors helped with homework. Parents stepped in at the first sign of a struggle. That constant support created a kind of learned helplessness. They felt success was a magical quality others possessed, not something they could cultivate themselves. This was a quiet revelation. The absence of struggle felt like a prison. When everything is given, the desire to work can wither. It's hard to know what you truly want, or to believe you have the power to achieve it on your own. My father's plan, once cruel and arbitrary, snapped into focus. He wasn't depriving us of things, he was mighting shelter. He was protecting us from apathy. He was keeping the fire of our ambition lit. My behavior changed in fundamental ways. I no longer saw a difficult task as a barrier, but as a puzzle to be solved. Frustration stopped being a signal to quit, and became a sign I was being challenged, about to learn something new. I learned the immense value of persistence. Years passed, years passed, years passed. We grew up, finished school, began to make our own ways in the world, armed with the resilience my father had so carefully engineered. Then, one day, he gathered us together. The time had come, he decided, to end the experiment. He told us the truth. He explained that he had always had the money. The scarcity was a mirage. He confessed his deepest fear, that if we grew up knowing we had a safety net, we might never learn to weave our own. He worried that comfort would make us complacent, that we would depend on his wealth instead of developing our own. The room was silent as his confession hung in the air. My mind reeled. I felt a dizzying mix of emotions. There was surprise, of course, and a profound shock. But underneath it, a growing respect for the sheer audacity of his plan. He had sacrificed the simple, easy path of a provider for the much harder role of a teacher. He had chosen a difficult love over an easy one. Yet, alongside the respect, a pang of sadness echoed. I thought of all the years he had carried this secret alone. He had weathered our anger, our frustration, our accusations of being unloving, knowing he could have ended it with a single purchase. Why, he chose to be misunderstood for our benefit. It was a lonely path to walk. His method was undeniably harsh, taught with a heavy hand, but born not of malice, of a fierce, protective, somewhat misguided love. In that moment, the entire narrative of my childhood was rewritten. Every memory was cast in a new light. The old chairs were props, the second-hand clothes were costumes. His refusals were a surplus of conviction. He hadn't been withholding his money, he had been investing it in a different way. He was investing in our character, in our grit, in our ability to stand on our own 2 feet, long after he was gone. I still keep a notebook for my goals, a habit ingrained so deeply that it feels as natural as breathing. The muscle of hard work, which he forced us to exercise daily, has served me well in every aspect of my life. I know how to work with my mind, but I am also not afraid to work with my hands. I understand the deep, abiding satisfaction that comes from solving a problem myself. This story is not a simple one, and it offers no easy moral. Some might call my father a wise teacher. Others might call him harsh and manipulative, arguing there are gentler ways. The truth, I believe, lies somewhere in the messy middle. His methods were extreme, and they came at a cost both to him and to us. Yet, one thing is undeniably clear. His actions were guided by a profound wish for us to be strong, independent, and capable of building our own lives from the ground up. I try to apply the spirit of his lesson, if not the letter of it, with my own children. I strive to be more open, to teach the importance of effort without creating a false reality. I give them chores. I encourage them to save. I praise their persistence. But I also tell them the truth. I try to find the delicate balance, providing for them, challenging them, protecting them, preparing them for a world that will not always be kind or easy. It is a much harder task than I ever imagined. In the end, my father's secret was not just about money,